So we're back. This is going to be goat's milk soap again. So we're starting out with the frozen goat's milk that we did before in the other video. So it's, we take our goat's milk and we freeze it in little silicone muffin tins like that. And she is going to measure out
39 ounces.
39 ounces there. It's better to have frozen goat's milk. It's better to have frozen goat's milk than it is to have fresh goat's milk, because if you have fresh goat's milk, you can sometimes burn it when you put the lye in, and then you get an off-putting scent to it. It smells kind of burnt. It's just a weird scent, and nobody wants their soap to smell like something's burnt, because you don't want to put that on your body and then stink. Okay. 39 ounces of that.
Oh, I have it on the screen.
So then she's going to just take and move this over, and we're going to be making it in our big pot. Remember, non-aluminum pot. So she's going to start out by putting her water in there. So the water is, oh no, you don't need water because you have goat's milk. Sorry about that. So we're doing the goat's milk. That's 39 ounces of goat's milk. And then she has her lye measured out, which is 18 ounces of lye. Lye is also called sodium hydroxide. We get food grade lye. We usually get it off of Amazon, and we buy it in bulk. Just be careful, because remember, lye can burn. If you ever do get burnt, then you use vinegar to put it on the spot instead of water. It's better to use frozen goat's milk in smaller portions than in bigger portions, because sometimes if you do it in bigger portions, it takes too long and then it likes to be done before you really want it to. So then it'll be kind of like too thick, too fast, and it's really hard to pour.
So we're just mixing it until it melts.
Yeah. When we first did it, I was like, oh, is this really going to work or not? Because it seems like you're just mixing a bunch of ice cubes and nothing's working, but it needs to like heat up in there in order to work. Goat's milk soap is great for your skin. So we went to the city yesterday, and my grandmother, she has dementia, and so it's so cute because she would hold the baby for a minute, and then the baby would come back to me, and then she would forget that she just held the baby, so then she'd want to hold the baby again. So she kept doing that over and over again, and the baby kept going back to her. It's just so sweet. It was like, there's good things about dementia, because, you know, or you can see good things about dementia, because if you see each time she got to hold her, it was new, you know? It was like each time that she put her little arms out for her, she was like, oh, she wants to come to me. So it was special each and every time that happened. And that was really precious to see. Another thing was that she kept telling the same story So I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this story. My grandmother's sister had had a set of triplets. This is, I mean, my grandmother's 88. So my grandmother's mother's sister, this is who it would be, had a set of triplets, obviously naturally conceived triplets. And so my grandmother was saying that it was that her husband, the triplets' husband, didn't know how it was going to work because there was only 2 faucets and 3 babies. And she got such a kick out of telling us that story over and over. I had a couple of kids with me too, and she was just laughing each time. It's like it was funny each time she told the story, and it was just neat. Some people might get annoyed to hear stories over and over, but it didn't really matter. It's like just to see the joy and the laughter like in her eyes when she was like telling the same story. She'd be like, only have 2 faucets, and then like that was her punchline, and she just was cracking up. It was so cute. So although dementia and like Alzheimer's and those types of diseases can take away our memory or someone's memory, it's still neat to see that there can be such joy in those moments. And I love when especially caretakers of people like that can just enjoy those moments with them rather than getting angry and upset from them repeating the same thing over and over, because it's not something that they can help. And it's just neat to see them be able to relive that joy over and over again, no matter, how it is. And it's neat to hear that story. She's told it. She used to tell me that, when it first happened, they didn't know, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know they were going to have triplets, and then they had triplets. And so they took a dresser drawer and they opened the oven door, and they put the babies in the dresser drawer with a towel underneath on the oven door to keep them warm because they couldn't keep their own body temperature very well. But I mean, how amazing to have triplets and naturally and be able. They all survived. They all 3 of them survived. I believe the way she says it is one of them had gotten influenza, as she said, when it was a year or something like that, and had died. But all 3 of them had made it to a year. And I don't know any other stories around that, and there's no documentation. But she's been saying it for years, even before she had troubles with dementia. But just so sweet.
Okay, so that's all melted. And you want me to pour and you stir it?
You stir, I'll pour first. So this is all of the oils that have been melted down. And I think they're supposed to be around 110, which is basically if you put your finger in it, it's not too hot. It's a little bit like a baby bottle, a little warmer.
So in this mix, there is 36 ounces of coconut oil, 45 ounces of olive oil, and then 39 ounces of lard, all melted together in the bowl.
You telling us a story? She's in the walker behind us, and so she's telling us stories. So this is a really light trace. Just see when she lifts it, how it has like makes dots in there. That's what we want. So we have to mix them a little bit more for this here. So let's pour
Is there one of those if you need it?
one of these.
If you want me to do it.
Or you can here, we'll put that in there then. So we're gonna do some in here. Did we want to? Well, you can probably
The cup
pour
measure?
pour it to here. I think it was. Good. And then for my rose, I'm gonna try to do some of each. So we'll do 2.
Filling them both?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit more. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do the rose one here. So let's just move this back a little bit. So I'll take these 2. So I'm going to take these 2 and then I'm going to pour, actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to take rose and I'm going to put the scent of rose in each one. And then one of these is going to get some color. So I'm going to add some rose clay. If I can get it open, exactly. And 2 spoons. Oops. Maybe I should move those over a little bit. Do you want to mix those 2
With this? Or
yeah,
with this?
that's fine. I'm going to do about that. I'm going to do the rest of this. That would be about half an ounce there, maybe 3/4 of an ounce. I don't want to get it any thicker. I'll use the spoon. We'll switch. You can do the geranium one there. She's going to do the geranium one so you can see how this one's getting thick. See how the clay makes it thick really quick? So I'm going to take just, I'm definitely not a professional at this, but I think I'm going to plop and plop. Ah! I'm going to plop apparently. See, this went thick really fast. So I'm just not even caring that I'm doing this right now. I'll show you after, even if it does mess up, this would probably be a good opportunity. See how this messed up like this, obviously, that it still can turn out.
So should I pour this before it gets thick?
Yeah. So she's going to pour that. It will still turn out fine. Okay, then I'm going to take this one. Savannah, could you grab me some new gloves?
Yeah.
I'm taking these gloves off, and then I'm going to put some lavender in this other one. Let's see. That much left in there. That looks nice.
Yeah, so technically it's supposed to be thinner like this one.
Yes.
The other one thickened too quickly.
Yeah, the other one thickened really quickly. So that's the geranium one there. Let's see. That's the geranium one. Could they see on here the geranium one?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ooh. We'll show them after. I guess I'll dump this into the. All right, let me get you. There's the geranium one. And then I'm going to take this and dump.
What's that last scent?
This is lavender. So we're just putting lavender flowers on top. I dumped the lavender in here, and then I have lavender flowers for the top here. And the remaining of that, I'll just put in an extra, there's some extra silicone molds. So here we go. We have the geranium. Oh, the other one already cut out anyway. Okay.
Maybe this one here.
Sorry. And then I'm just going to take can you kind of hold up to this? Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to take some of my lavender flowers right on the top here. You can mix it in as well. I like to do it just so it's like on the top, so there's some in and some on top. I'm not looking for beauty here, definitely. I'm just doing this for our own personal use. We did sell soap for a while, and we're choosing not to sell soap anymore just because we don't want to have to be available. We had some people stealing from us at our roadside stand, and we don't want to have to be available the amount of money that we were getting from our roadside stand. So we're just making this for ourselves. So there we go. There's 3, and I hope that the mess up will help encourage you that it happens to everyone and that you can still use it. And I'll try to take a picture or maybe a short video to show you what they all turn out with at the end. Good morning, guys. I'm back. It's the next morning from where we just made the soap. And I'm going to show you the other day we had made some soap. We made this bar, and this is beautiful. This is just a plain lard soap. This is what we use for cleaning. You can also use it for your body. It has absolutely no lardy type scent in it. It's a really nice bar. So if you just have lard, water, and lye, check out the video that says lard soap. And this is it. Okay, so then we have, I think my 2-year-old stole a bar. Let's see. I have this one that we did the other day. And this was I can't remember. I know this is the calendula bar. That was the calendula. And then this was the orange bar. And I had a little piece of paper that said what this bar was. I know it has rose clay in it. Just smells clean. That's the other bar, but that's how the rose clay colors the. Oh, I know what it is. It's grapefruit. Yeah, it's grapefruit. So this is a grapefruit bar. This is the orange bar. This actually gives like a little exfoliating texture on it. And this is the calendula, whatever. That smells good. So these are those bars there. Kid cut those new fancy wancies on those ones. So I am going to cut the 3 that we did last night, yesterday. This is the first bar I'm going to do. This would be the geranium. Make it so you can actually see the bar. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? See, the silicone just like pulls this off. There's plenty of people out there that are really good cutters of soap. They're really good soap makers. They make it really fancy. I am just doing, I'm more concerned about what's going in my soap than what it looks like. So this is the geranium. These are all essential oils. Remember, there's absolutely no, and then there's absolutely no colorant. So this is colored with clay, with rose clay. Just gonna cut through that. And that's what the bar looks like there. So this is the, let's see. The geranium. So just cut through these real quick. I'm not too worried about what it's going to look like, or perfect bars or imperfect bars or anything else. I'm just going to cut through it. I should have probably done the lavender first because it's a white bar, but I'll do it in a minute. So let's see how many bars we're going to get. There's 3, 4. Usually get 10 to 12 depending on what it is and what size we're doing them. I like them about like this. For us, a shower bar like that, with as many people that we have going in and out of the shower, which is 14, will last us a good, at least a week, if not 2. The soap is so different when you make your own soap. It's not filled with so much water that it's just going to melt in your hands. It's a hard bar once it's cured. So remember, these bars are going to cure for at least 21 days as a minimum. I like to cure them for 6 weeks, just a personal preference, or longer. It makes the hard bar, and it's just, yeah, I think it just makes a harder bar if you get up to that 6 weeks. You can use it if you need, though, at 21 weeks, and that might occur this time. I'm not quite sure. I have my sellable soaps still available. I actually have some in a shop that I need to go check out to see where they're at, because I think they're going to be closing down. So I might just take some of those soaps and use those for our personal care, because I don't know what I feel like selling or not selling this year. So this is just a little bit wider. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I could cut this into a 12. I might do that because actually I might cut it like this. So if you take the soap like this and then cut it a thicker bar and then cut it in half like this, this makes a nice size for a hand soap in the bathroom. So I'll just do that. Okay. Our next one is going to be the lavender. I loosen the edges, and then I flip it. And this is the whole bar brick. And then if you have stuff on top like this, has the lavender on top, always make sure you do it on the side, because if not, then it will like scrape down the whole way. And then it kind of wastes just that tidbit of soap, but it still is soap that you're wasting. Might move you back a little bit. It's really hard to see because the sun's coming in the windows what exactly you're seeing.
lavender has a nice calming scent. You'll notice when you buy something that is like a lavender essential oil versus a lavender fragrance, to pick the bar up and smell it at your nose, you're not going to smell an overpowering whatever scent it is. So your lavender isn't going to smell overpowering like lavender. It's just going to give a very faint scent. When you wash with it, it's going to give that very light scent, but it's actually aromatherapy. However you say that, like aromatherapy. I don't know what the singular of that would be. I don't know. Most of the things that you smell and you're like, oh, that smells like this, it's not an actual essential oil, it's a fragrance oil. A lot of times people use lavender fragrance oil in their soaps, and then when you smell it, it's like, whoa, that smells like lavender. But it's not an essential oil, it's a fragrance oil. And we just have to be cautious with that, because the what you're breathing in affects who you are, your body. And if you're breathing in fragrances all the time, whether it's from your cleaning products or your cleaning your body products, it's affecting like who you are and what's in, like what you're breathing in. So I'm gonna cut this one for hand soaps as well, because we need those. We're out of those as well. So the bar that we messed up yesterday, we're going to try to see if it's going to cut. So this is the top of it. Remember, it decided that it was going to just be a big lump yesterday. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it comes out. I said yesterday that it probably would. It feels pretty hard. I think that it probably will be okay. It might not be the prettiest thing in the world, but I think that it will come out. So let's see. And that's the bar. Just gonna put this in here. So you can see in here how there's like air pockets in it because it thickened up. So because it thickened up the way that it did yesterday, there's those air pockets. But I think it's still going to be a pretty and usable bar of soap. Not yet, because it's some of it's wet. So yes, this will be a usable bar of soap. See the center here, how it's a little wet? The other ones were done, and this is a little bit wet. I can either cut this because I have the gloves on and cut this and continue to cut this, or I could leave this as a brick and then cut it later. I can tell now a little bit that right in that center is a little bit soft, but I think it will be, see, as I get further in, then it's not as wet there. I think I'm just going to keep cutting it for now. I do have the gloves on. These are going to go on a drying rack to dry for the 21 days, so I'm not too concerned about it. But it still turned out to a pretty bar of soap. So this is the rose that we did. You like rose?
Yeah.
What's your favorite scent?
This scent.
The smell. What's your favorite one? Essential oil.
The blueberry.
Blueberry. Maybe we'll have to do that one soon. So normally I would let her cut this if she was wearing gloves, but where it's a little wet, I'm not going to let her cut this. I'm going to cut this one. So maybe next time we do whatever, then you can cut it, okay? So she said she wants to do blueberry soap. I think that we still have some blueberry essential oils. Maybe we'll do like blueberry and coffee. Coffee is like a favorite around here. Coffee takes the scent right out of like if you have fish hands or anything like that, it will take that scent out, which is great. Trying to think what else we use it for. Manure. If your hands smell like manure, the coffee gets the scent out of it. You can find coffee essential oil. You can also find blueberry essential oils. Just look specifically for essential oils and not fragrance oils. So that is our soap today. So we have our geranium. These are our floral scents: geranium, lavender, and rose. So we shall be back with some more soaps and some more fun activities. I think my older girls are working on a project that's going to be coming up soon, and that will be like a kitchen type project, and that should be fun as well. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye.